We'll call the Public Presentation Committee meeting to order. This meeting will be conducted in person and via conference call in accordance with the Municipal Government Act, Section 199. Council chambers is open to members of the public while continuing to use our current telecommuting process. To join this meeting, please use the phone number on the agenda online. We have an agenda before us. Does anybody have any additions or changes?
I'll move the agenda as presented.
Thank you, Councillor Laprise. Any questions? I'll call the question. All in favor? Motion is carried. I'd like to welcome Chantal Sangster, Executive Director for Community Futures Wildrose. Good morning.
Good morning, Reeve-Link and council members. My name is Chantal Sangster and I'm the Executive Director of Community Futures Wildrose. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to present to you the findings of our workforce strategy project.
If I can just interrupt you just for a moment. If I could just ask all participants to silence their devices just to reduce interruptions to the meeting. Okay. Oh, thank you, Councillor Kester. Okay. I have no idea. No hearing aids yet, but I'm sure they're coming at some point. Sorry to interrupt. Please proceed.
Thank you. I just wanted to give a bit of background on the study. The Community Futures Wildrose region's businesses are currently experiencing significant labor shortages, which is of critical concern for the regional economy and community well-being. Several substantial investments are on the horizon, including projects by Phyto Organics, CGC, and de Havilland Aircraft Facility. These investments are expected to generate nearly 3,000 new jobs in the region, which, while promising for economic growth, will place additional strain on an already tight labor market. In responses to these challenges, we initiated a regional workforce development project with the primary goals of the project being to evaluate the current labor dynamics within the CFWR region, to gain a comprehensive understanding of the challenges faced by both employers and workers, and to develop strategies aimed at effectively meeting both current and future labor demands. This study was crucial for ensuring that our region can adapt to and thrive amidst these challenges. By understanding the labor market dynamics and addressing the needs of both employers and workers, we aim to create a resilient and sustainable workforce that can support the region's economic growth. All of the organizations that you see on the screen were funding partners into the project. Each organization appointed a representative to serve on the project steering committee, which met several times throughout the project duration. A quick overview of the CF Wildrose region. It is comprised of 15 municipalities, including all of Wheatland and Neha counties, the northern and eastern parts of Rocky View County, the city of Chestermere, the towns of Strathmore, Three Hills, Trochu, and Bassano, and the villages of Acme, Bicycle, Carbon, Hazar, Irricana, Linden, Rockyford, and Standard. The economic growth in our region has been significantly influenced by key sectors, including agriculture, oil and gas, construction, and real estate. These sectors are critical to our GDP, but they have faced various challenges that have slowed overall growth. One of the pressing issues is the shortage of both skilled and general workers. This shortage is impacting the productivity and the ability to complete projects on time. The aging population exacerbates this problem as more workers retire without enough younger workers to fill their positions. Our region's population is aging more rapidly than both the province and Calgary. This demographic shift implies that the workforce will continue to shrink if measures are not taken to attract and train young workers. The labor market is experiencing a significant shortage of workers, despite 80% of the job market comprising general and skilled labor roles. Only 10% of the population has a background in trades. This mismatch is a critical barrier to economic growth and development. Although overall GDP growth has been sluggish due to the aforementioned challenges, certain sectors like construction are expected to see a positive trend. This sector in particular is poised for growth driven by upcoming investments. These projects are vital in driving economic recovery and growth, providing much needed employment opportunities in the region. Over the past decade, our region has experienced a substantial population increase, rising from 67,072 in 2011 to 80,590 in 2021. This growth rate is significant and reflects broader demographic trends within the area. Chestermere has been a standout with its population soaring by 50%, going from 14,824 to 22,163. This rapid expansion highlights Chestermere as a key area of development and residential attractiveness within the region. Rocky View County and Strathmore have also seen notable increases, growing by 20.3% and 16.5% respectively. These areas are thriving and continue to attract new residents, contributing to the overall regional growth. In contrast, Kneehill and Wheatland counties have maintained a steady population level. While growth has not been as pronounced in these areas, stability can also be positive. This region's overall growth of just over 20% is comparable to Calgary's growth rate of 19.1. This similarity suggests that our region is keeping pace with the urban expansion seen in nearby Calgary. When examining the age distribution, 64.5% of our population is within the working age category of 15 to 64 years. This is slightly lower than Calgary's 68.4 and Alberta's overall 66.2, indicating a relatively smaller portion of working-aged individuals in our region. We have a higher proportion of residents aged 65 and older compared to Calgary and Alberta. This demographic trend underscores the need for services and infrastructure that cater to an aging population. Interestingly, our region also has a larger proportion of residents aged 14 and younger compared to Calgary and Alberta. This suggests a growing number of young families and highlights the importance of investing in education and youth services. All of this data paints a picture of a dynamic and evolving region with both opportunities and challenges. Understanding these demographic trends is crucial for planning and policy making to ensure sustainable growth and a high quality of life for all residents. On this slide, we'll discuss the educational attainment of our population aged 15 and older and how it compares to the broader regions of Calgary and Alberta. Those with no certificate, diploma, or degree, we observe that 17% of our population aged 15 and older does not hold any certificate, diploma, or degree. This percentage is notably higher than the figures for both Alberta and Calgary, where the rates are lower. This indicates a potential area of improvement in our educational outreach and support programs. High school diploma and equivalent, a significant portion of our population, 32%, has achieved a high school diploma or equivalent. This is higher compared to Alberta's 29% and Calgary's 26%. This suggests that while we have a strong base of high school graduates, there is an opportunity to encourage further education beyond high school. When it comes to post-secondary education, 51% of our population has completed some form of post-secondary education. This is lower in comparison to Alberta's 56% and Calgary's 61%. This gap highlights a critical area where we can focus our efforts to increase access and support for higher education opportunities. These statistics provide us with a clear view of where we stand in terms of educational attainment. While we have strengths, particularly in high school completion rates, there are evident gaps, especially in higher education, that we need to address. By understanding these trends, we can better tailor our educational programs and initiatives to meet the needs of our community. This slide will provide an overview of unemployment rates, skills. I don't know what's going, sorry. I don't know why that went on. I apologize. Skill shortages and the impact on various industry sectors. We start with unemployment rate. In 2021, the CFWR region reported an unemployment rate of 9.8%. This figure is notably lower than the unemployment rates in both Calgary and the broader Alberta region, indicating a relatively healthier job market in our area. Moving on to skill shortages, we see a significant gap in the labor market. Despite a high demand for general and skilled labor, comprising approximately 80% of all available jobs, there is a mismatch in the available workforce. Only 10% of our population has an apprenticeship or trades background, while 40% hold a college degree or higher. This disparity means that our workforce is generally more educated than the current job market requires, leading to an oversupply of highly educated individuals and a shortage of those with trades and apprenticeship skills. Construction is the leading employer in the CFWR region, underscoring the labor-intensive nature of this industry. This sector's dominance highlights the region's demand for skilled and general labor. We've observed significant growth in the business support and professional services sectors, which suggest an increasing demand for roles in these areas. Conversely, there has been a decline in employment within the agriculture and mining sectors. These shifts indicate changing economic dynamics and potentially evolving job opportunities in the region. To summarize, while our region enjoys relatively low unemployment rates, we face a critical challenge with the mismatch between the workforce's educational background and the labor market demands. Addressing these skill shortages is essential for balancing our labor market and ensuring that the available job opportunities are filled by suitably skilled individuals. Additionally, the shifts in sectorial employment highlight the need for adaptive workforce training and development programs to cater to the evolving economic landscape. We'll focus on insights gathered from our resident surveys, and business interviews. From the resident surveys, we completed a total of 596 resident surveys to understand the perspectives and experiences of our community members. A significant majority, 74.2% of residents, have lived in the CFWR region for 6 or more years, suggesting a stable and established community. From the feedback, common challenges identified by job seekers include overqualification, where their skills exceed job requirements, a lack of job availability, indicating a need for more employment opportunities, insufficient pay, pointing to wage concerns within the region, and a lack of affordable housing options. From the business surveys, we also gathered insights from 163 businesses to capture the challenges and needs of local business owners. A prominent issue highlighted was the difficulty in attracting skilled labor. Businesses reported skills mismatches where the available workforce does not meet the specific needs of employers. Limited public transportation options, which hampers employee accessibility and mobility, and a lack of affordable housing options in the region was a deterrent to attracting the right talent to fill the available jobs. Through our business interviews, in addition to the surveys, we conducted 21 direct interviews with companies of various sizes and industries across each municipality. Despite the challenges faced, an overwhelming majority of businesses, 97.1%, expressed their intent to continue operating in the CFWR region. Reasons for this commitment included an established presence in the community, which provides a stable operating environment, and various community advantages that support business operations and growth. These engagement efforts have provided valuable insights into the lived experiences of both residents and businesses in the region. The feedback highlights several key areas of concern, such as the need for better job matching, improved wages, enhanced public transportation, and affordable housing options. However, it's also encouraging to see the strong commitment from businesses to remain in the region, leveraging the established community benefits. By understanding these perspectives, we can better address the challenges and work towards creating a more supportive and thriving environment for both residents and businesses. Here's the summary of our key findings. So, increasing labor demand. The CFWR region is anticipating a rise in labor demand driven by economic growth and major investments. Despite having lower unemployment rates, we are facing higher vacancy rates and a scarcity of specific labor categories. The core challenges lie in matching workers to job openings, particularly given the shortage of both general and skilled labor. From our community feedback, from our surveys and interviews, it's clear that employers are struggling to find qualified applicants for their job openings. On the other hand, job seekers often feel that there are not enough suitable jobs available for them. Structural factors such as the cost of living and housing affordability further complicate the attraction and retention of labor in the region. Collaborative strategies. To address these challenges, enhancing education and training through public initiatives is essential. We need to ensure our workforce has the skills that align with market demands. Expanding local post-secondary education options and skills training programs in the trades is critical to equip the local population with the necessary qualifications. Incentivizing the development of affordable housing can support workforce stability by making it feasible for workers to live and work in the region. It's important to help employers with effective recruitment and retention strategies to ensure they can attract and keep the talent that they need. Finally, fostering community collaboration and connect employers and job seekers will be key. By working together, we can create a more cohesive and efficient labor market. In summary, while the CFWR region is poised for significant economic growth, it faces substantial challenges in meeting the increased labor demand. By leveraging community feedback and implementing collaborative strategies, we can work toward creating a balanced and sustainable labor market that benefits both employers and job seekers. The consultant presented 22 recommendations across 6 categories. The categories are as follows: fulfilling general labor needs, fulfilling skilled labor needs, available and affordable housing, training for smaller employers without access to HR resources, stakeholder labor services engagement, and regional recruitment. In response to these recommendations, the Project Steering Committee is dedicated to meeting beyond the project's conclusion to address the consultant's recommendations within our scope and capacity, aiming to effectively address the labor-related challenges faced by our region. I did provide printed copies of the report for all council members and some copies for CAO Henderson and his Planning and Economic Development departments. I want to thank you for participating in the project and for the opportunity to present the findings to you this morning. Does anyone have any questions?
Thank you. Any questions from the committee? If there's no questions, I want to thank you on behalf of council, or on behalf of the committee, and for providing this information to each of us. If we have any follow-up, we will reach out. But thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Perhaps a motion to accept the presentation as information.
I will so move.
Thank you, Councillor Eichert. Any questions or discussion? I'll call the question. All in favor? Motion is carried. Thank you so much. We also have the chair of the Strathmore-Wheatland Chamber of Commerce, Michelle, is it Bissett? Am I saying that correctly? Joining us. And thank you for coming in a little bit early. We appreciate it. Do you need a minute or are you good to go? Fabulous.
Good morning, council members. My name is Michelle Bissett. I'm here representing the Strathmore-Wheatland Chamber of Commerce. The Strathmore-Wheatland Chamber of Commerce is committed to businesses in the Strathmore and Wheatland County, and we're looking for ways to promote these businesses through a variety of different events we host throughout the year and through our social media engagement. The funds we receive from Wheatland County goes towards helping to pay funds for any costs associated with the events and to pay for our subscription costs for our social media. We have a variety of events that the Chamber hosts each year. Most recently, we held our annual Strathmore Parade. This year was our biggest vendor turnout with over 100 participants. We saw business representation from many of Wheatland County businesses. Our upcoming event is the Strathmore-Wheatland Chamber of Commerce Trade Show, which is happening on September the 14th. We have started actively posting through our social media outlets to let businesses know when and where the event will be, as well as sending out an email to all of our active chamber members to let them directly know of this event. Historically, we have had representation from Wheatland County businesses at this event, and we're expecting many to register again this year. We are offering a member discount to any businesses that are signed up as chamber members. The Business Excellence Awards will be taking place on October the 25th. This event had previously been held in January over the previous years. However, we moved the date of the event this last year to better align with Small Business Week. Our last BEAs was held in January of 2023, and even though it's been over a year, the Chamber made the decision that we are still hosting the event within this calendar year, and going forward, it'll likely continue to be during Small Business Week. We felt strongly that it was the opportune time to host the event each year, factoring in weather conditions, and again, to support the Small Business Week. We have a monthly newsletter that is also sent to our chamber members. This newsletter gives highlights of upcoming chamber-sponsored events, monthly marketing tips, member spotlight, and it links specifically to Wheatland County for updates including business directory, the business and community profile link, and the Invest in Wheatland website link. Another event that we host is our monthly coffee connections. These are hosted at different businesses on the third Wednesday of every month. This event has been ongoing for the last year, and while each one over the last year has been a business in Strathmore, we do have one upcoming that will be a Wheatland County business. The event itself is open to any participants that would like to host and open to the public, whoever wants to attend. These events give businesses a chance to show off their business and what they can offer, and it gives people a chance to connect and get to know and network throughout the community. Being a chamber member also allows businesses to sign up for group insurance plans to protect their employees with comprehensive group benefits, including health and dental insurance. This insurance plan is done through an approved Alberta Chamber of Commerce provider and is ideal for businesses with 1 to 50 employees with flexible and personalized group benefits that are designed to meet the business's changing needs and budget. As well, the Chamber is going to be working with Community Futures on our strategic plan to get it more defined and with more specific measures for the Chamber to work towards. The existing plan was done by our Executive Committee in December of last year. However, when Community Futures reached out to offer help, we accepted this offer as they have a much broader experience with completing these types of plans. We are looking to sit down to discuss the Community Futures, likely sometime in September. The Strathmore-Wheatland Chamber of Commerce is very grateful to the Wheatland County for the public funds provided to us so we can continue to host these events and get messages out to businesses to keep them up to date on what's happening in the area. We are very honored to be able to represent Wheatland County and the businesses within the county. We are actively reaching out to them to be able to discuss business benefits for joining the Chamber of Commerce and to increase the representation within the Chamber for Wheatland County businesses. I thank you for your time and I welcome any questions that you may have.
Thank you so much. Any questions?
I'm just question on your trade show on the September 14th. About how many people or vendors are you expecting to be there?
We have enough booths for about 30 to 35, depending on what size booth they're looking for.
Thank you.
My questions on that too. Where is it?
It's going to be at the Strathmore Civic Center.
Any other questions?
Just a comment, really. So I know that you work kind of closely with Community Futures where you can. And they just presented this workforce development study and indicated a few things in there about how some smaller companies in the area maybe don't have the HR expertise to recruit and retain employees. Is that something that the Chamber could help small businesses doing by offering some kind of courses or help to do that? And have you got a copy of this, and have you been looking at where you can maybe provide assistance?
No, I appreciate that question. Thank you so much. It's not something that we've talked about with Community Futures just yet, but it is definitely something that we can explore with them. Anything we can do to try and help out businesses, we're definitely looking for the Chamber to be able to support that. So it's something that we'll take away and discuss with them.
That's wonderful. Any other questions? Just a question to administration, and I should check it more regularly, but are we coordinating with the Chamber to share, like on social media or on our website, their events?
Yes, so through the chair, yes, we are. And I actually just met with the Chamber last week and agreed to do so.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, so we love to partner with organizations such as yours that are building capacity in the community, whether it's for our residents or our agricultural producers or other sectors. I know we've had discussions at, I think, our Ag Services Board, but also just at General Council as well, that, for example, your benefits program, I think if we could raise the profile of that and even help our, I think Councillor Bigger had brought it forward, even for our agricultural producers to think about themselves more as a business, and that they would qualify for those benefits if they were interested in accessing those. I know I've heard from people that when they find out about them, they're really excited about that element of the chamber, but there's certainly a lot of other opportunities and work that you do in the community that we appreciate. So on behalf of council, thank you for the work that the chamber does to bring business together and to build that capacity in our community. We appreciate it, and we appreciate the update.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time today.
Oh, and
I just-
Councillor Bigger.
I was just to go with, I wanted to say exactly what you did, except for you may want to look at the county connector for getting more of information out to the county residents.
Okay, absolutely.
Brian, I guess, is on that already. So,
Excellent.
and thank you for the parade. It was very nice.
Yeah, it was great.
It was definitely probably one of our best turnouts that we've ever had. There was a lot of work that went into it. We're very, very proud of it. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you for facilitating that.
It was amazing to see the number of volunteers you had, helping everybody figure out where they were supposed to be. It was incredible, honestly. That number of volunteers is hard to come by and hard to, coordinate. So good for you.
I'll definitely pass that all along to our other chamber directors because I know they did put a lot of time and effort and work into that. So thank you.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
And the business awards night is held where?
So we're going to have that at the Civic Center as well this year.
And did you say the date? I'm sorry. I didn't.
October 25th for that one.
Wonderful. Thank you. Any other questions? Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Motion to accept the presentation as information. Thank you, Deputy Reeve Clausen. Any questions or discussion? All in favor? Motion is carried. And that brings us to the conclusion of our public presentation committee agenda. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, everybody. Meeting adjourned.